Oh, that's uneven. There are a lot of terrible roads here in my place of residence. If you've watched my videos before too, I've had numerous comments regarding the condition of the roads out here. And I do not disagree with you guys in the least bit if you've complained. And you've probably heard me complain quite a bit as well. It's bad out here. But we learn to ride with caution. We learn where the good roads are and we try to stick to those ones. But guys, we've got something to talk about today, as I always do. We've gone to the 2 video a week format, which not only will allow me to take a little bit more time with my edits, but can give me time to kind of be a little bit more selective about what I talk about. And not that I was never, you know, careless about the things or the subjects that I posted videos about before. If there's ever something that I talk about on here, I'd say 99% of the time, maybe even like 99.5% of the time, we're talking about something that I've written down and that I've deliberately decided to talk about. Very few times on here do I just kind of on the fly bring something up or just kind of like ride around aimlessly and talk to the camera. It's not to say that I'll never get off topic. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I can stray from the topic at hand, but today we're gonna stick to it. And the reason why being because today I wanted to talk about something that's important to me, and it's probably important to you as well. One of my friends in a recent video talked about Moto Carry. By the way, if you haven't checked out her channel, I will put a link right up here so that you can go over there and check her out, because Moto Carry is freaking awesome, not just as a moto vlogger, but as a person, and big shout out to her. But she said something in a video recently that I didn't comment about in the comments, but I took to heart and I wanted to talk about today, which is funny because this was already on my queue for things to talk about. She said something about herself, you know, whether or not she's a real rider, a real motorcycle rider. And, you know, there were a few comments on her video about, you know, of course Moto Carry is a real rider. And I'm going to just put myself out there and say that if you have a motorcycle license, maybe you don't, and you ride a motorcycle and you enjoy doing it, you are a motorcycle rider. You are a real rider, whatever that means. Again, that's kind of a generic term. And I think as riders and as people, we are our own worst critics. We're on the internet and we see people who get out for track days, you know, every month, or we see people who have the tools and the skills to mod their bikes like crazy, and we compare ourselves to those people and we think, man, I guess I'm not even am I a real motorcycle rider? And trust me, Moto Carry, if you're watching this, and any of you who've watched that video or have watched my past videos, I question, and I maybe sometimes jokingly question, am I a real rider either? But as I said before, if you love to ride, and maybe you don't have a bike right now, but you still love to ride and you're itching to get a bike, or maybe for one reason or another you're not riding anymore, but you still love motorcycles, you are a real rider. I'm just gonna put that out there, coming from a real rider myself. So what I actually wrote down to talk about on this video was a very simple statement, and it directly correlates with what Moto Carry was talking about being a real rider. Is the statement I wrote down was, my bike, my ride, my life. And all I mean by that, and this isn't meant to be a jab at anyone or anything. This is just a statement, and you could replace this with your bike, your ride, your life. Is that we all come from different places. We all come from different backgrounds. We ride differently. We ride different bikes. We ride different styles. We might have the exact same bike and we might have the exact same background, but we might not ride the same. And what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter. Any of those things don't matter, because it is my bike, my ride, and my life. And it's the same goes for you. If you ever feel like, oh man, that person can ride so well, you know, they get out there on the track, or let's say, and I've taken this because I've seen a few of my friends do track days and I can't wait to do my own. And some of my friends saying, I rode so slow, and I get it, and a lot of the time, and I know that my friends are fine with being the slow ones out there, and I can tell you right now, when I do my first track day, I will be the slow one, but it's okay. It is okay. It will definitely, and I'm sure when I get there, it will definitely cross my mind that, dude, you are so slow.
Slow? They call you slow!
But guess what? We all start somewhere, and some of us, when we start, might be at a different place when another person starts, and all of these things are okay. I'm here to tell you that one guy is here to tell you that it is okay. And really, this discussion really transcends motorcycles in every way possible. We should never compare ourselves to somebody else about how our life is going, or how skilled we are, or another thing came up because of Star Wars. You know, people ragging on other people for their opinions about Star Wars, and if maybe you don't care one iota about Star Wars, but I do. Nerd! Again, you can be a fan of Star Wars, and someone can also be a fan of Star Wars, and you can disagree about something. That's okay. But what's not okay is getting on the internet or telling somebody that they suck because of their opinion, or telling somebody, God, you ride so slow. You are a terrible rider. Again, I understand. Trust me, I understand that these are a lot of the times these are just trolls. They're going out there to get a rise out of you. They're going out there to get you to say something about what they're bagging on you for. And the best thing to do most of the time is to just ignore them. But I do ignore them, but I will also engage, because I've just found if you just say something nice, they've got nothing else to say. And so a lot of the times I will respond with something nice or something funny, and a very small fraction of the time they will come back with a joke again, and I feel like that's a victory. But that is not the point of my video, and the point of my video, and I'll end it here because I'm at the destination where I want to be. Need to get some keychains because I lost my keys. I actually lost my keys on a ride. That's a story for another day though. Okay, we're gonna turn the bike off and end the video here by saying it's okay. Everything's gonna be all right, and you yourself just need to live your life the way you want to, and you need to ride your ride, and you need to get your bike because you love it, not because somebody else loves it, not because someone else told you that's the bike you should get. Live your life, make your own choices, and be confident in those choices, because you know, even though we all have the same maybe facts, same data, same information available about a bike or about something that we want to do, but it doesn't matter. Even though that data can be interpreted different ways, and that information can be interpreted different ways, and all of that is okay. All right, I have definitely gone on long enough about this. That's all I've got to say about it. If you got something to say about it, make sure you leave it in the comments. And if you did enjoy yourself or you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up down there. Also, I would ask, if you haven't already, to smash that subscribe button. Guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I'm that one guy, and I am out.